The man who discovered this archaeological site discovered it because he was a farmer that was settling his land here, and he had cows that started disappearing into holes. And so they started researching further and finding out that this entire archaeological site was here. And it's the only protected archaeological site in Costa Rica, and the things that they have found here have been incredible. So there's still a lot still to be known about this, but we're gonna take you and show you some of the ruins that they found.
Well, this system, it's about 2,000 years old. This is the top where the creek comes down. These rocks here, these steps, catch a lot of the sediment, the big pieces, filter out things, and then there's actually a tunnel under this part, which was used as a road and spits back out, and another tank which helps to catch sediment that has been dissolved and flushed down. This is a very sophisticated system.
It was round and not flat as Columbus said.
We just learned that in the indigenous language or the indigenous culture, they don't have any sort of writing. So there's nothing as far as records go to know exactly what happens there. It's just all by word of mouth. It's passed on through generation to generation. Kai, how many numbers do they have in the indigenous?
They only have 5 numbers.
5 numbers. So what happens after a child turns 5?
They start counting their age after the phases of the moon.
This is so fascinating.
This is the main plaza. This road goes to the end of the Guayabo site. This that looks like steps is actually part of the street or the trail that goes all the way to Turrialba in a direct line. And this, if there weren't any clouds, we would see El Volcán de Turrialba, the volcano of Turrialba.
Because it was more natural.
Here are some tombs that were found, and the indigenous people still to this day bury their loved ones in their house. If they die of old age or of natural causes, they deserve a proper burial, which is like those tombs that they bury still in their house. But if they die of like a snake bite or an accident, they feel like their life was cut short. So they literally will take their bodies and just put them at a certain place in the forest, and just for nature to kind of dispose of them in its way, because they don't deserve a proper burial. But this is still happening in these indigenous villages, and because the indigenous people and villages are protected by the government, they really can't tell them not to practice that, because it's part of their culture, it's part of their history, and still to this day they are burying their loved ones in tombs in their houses. Like, I've got to visit an indigenous village. I've learned so much about them being here. I'm super fascinated. I want to see how they live. This is such cool information to learn.